All right, we are in the last round of this sealed daily Return to Ravnica event here, and let's see if we can finish strong. Okay, so we've got the classic blue, 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 and then a bunch of white. We are on the draw, however, and while this isn't my favorite type of hand, in fact, it's one of my least favorite types of hand, I think I am going to keep it. Any white mana source, including our Chromatic Lantern, gets us to some pretty nice spells. I mean, I guess Sunspire Griffin's a little ways off. Yeah, this hand's pretty iffy. I'm not going to lie. But I do like being on the draw here. We have a lot of time to draw a white source, and then we've got some reasonable stuff. Going to be playing an island either way, though. All right, there's a Skymark Rock, so more good stuff to build up to, but we do need to hit this mana at some point. We still got at least 2 more draws to do it. And there it is. And we're not facing down a turn 2 Pack Rat, so that's nice. Looks like the mirror match here. No, yeah, it's quite the mirror. Axebane Guardian. Okay, so he's going to do some big stuff, and we already need to decide what we want to do. So one plan is to arrest the Axebane Guardian. That's not a bad plan. But what I like doing a little better here, I think, is to play Selesnya Sentry, because a lot of times what they're going to do with their Axebane Guardian is play some 5-drop here, and then we can arrest that. All right, he's played a Skymark Rock, which is a pretty good one. And we're basically, well, let's attack, because if he wants to make this trade, I'd certainly like that. He, of course, does not. So what we're forced to do here is just arrest his and then ship it back. Next turn we get to play our own Skymark Rock. Doesn't really do a lot against this board currently, but can. Ooh, he's got a Volatile Rig. And we have a Chromatic Lantern. All right, so things are going to get interesting here. All right, so this is a tough spot. If I attack with this guy, I'm not going to attack with that guy. This is something that we're just going to be taking damage from, and that's fine. So now the really tough decision that we have here is, do we want to play Skymark Rock or Chromatic Lantern plus Sunspire Griffin? If we get the Lantern online, that means that we have regeneration for our Selesnya Sentry at some point, and that can help if the Volatile Rig goes nuts. But if we get the Skymark Rock online, it blanks a lot of his draws, and it's also just more pressure. So I think I'm going to play the Skymark Rock here. I like using up my mana, but if we draw another mana next turn, then we can have Chromatic Lantern into Runewing. If we don't draw another mana, then we can have Chromatic Lantern into Sunspire Griffin and be pretty happy about it. So we're just going to be taking a bunch of damage from this rig, which is definitely annoying. And he just insta-ship the turn back. That seems good for us. Yeah, let's fight. We don't get to trigger off Skymark Rock, unfortunately. He's got Eyes in the Skies. Now, I wish we could have played Chromatic Lantern to have that regeneration ability up, but it wasn't really possible. I'm assuming he's just going to trade off here. Yeah, he does exactly that. Yeah, there's nothing we can really do there. So let's play Chromatic Lantern. And a Runewing. This gives us 5 power in the air and keeps our Skymark Rock online. Also, if he finds a way to blow up his own Volatile Rig, then we get to draw a card off the wing and hopefully build back quicker than he does. Also, next turn we get both of these, so that's pretty nice too. I don't see in these colors how he's going to find a way to kill his own rig, though. That's going to be very difficult for him. So he's basically forced to just race us with his Volatile Rig. Not that it can't, but it can't currently. No block. Void Wielder is going to bounce our rock. Oh no, it's going to bounce his rock. Huh, that's an interesting one. That is interesting. So we battle him down to 9, and then I have to make a decision. Like, I can just play an Eyes in the Skies and block the rig. I kind of like that play. Because now the Void Wielder's really getting in the way. He's going to have a Skymark Rock, so this isn't going to be able to get through, this isn't going to be able to get through, and this is going to just trade for that if he wants ever. Yeah, I'm just going to pass. Take this. See what he does. Probably just going to play the rock again, but we can put a good amount of heat on him. Yeah. Oh, that's an interesting one. All right, let's do that. Because now he can only bounce one of them with his own Skymark Rock, and then we can also block that. Otherwise, I'm going to double block the Volatile Rig, draw 2 cards, maybe blow up the world. Ideally. If he attacks with his rock, he bounces 1, which is actually kind of good for us because I am going to block here and try to get this thing dead. So let's see what his attack is here. Attack with everybody. Now is he going to use it? He does. Alright, so this is going to trade here, and then this is going to block here, and we're going to take 3. Ooh, actually that's scary. Now if the thing goes, then we die. Maybe that wasn't the best play. Oh, he won the flip, so we're still alive, but are we? He's got a Centaur's Herald, which he can also trigger. Yeah, we're actually just in a bad spot. I think I might have screwed that up somewhere here. Glad that thing is gone. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana right now. So we can play like 4, 5, 6, or we can play like 4, 8, or we can just play this and this. I think I like that one. Because this can attempt to take this, or it can block this thing and trade. We only take 1 damage, and we can Tristani's Judgment this, so that we don't die to it if he loses the flip. This way, if the board stays the same, we only took 1 damage this turn. So block that guy. Get rid of this thing. Lose to Giant Growth. Alright, he Tristani's Judgmented in response. So we are still alive. That's the good news. Got a lot of mana to use here. The Centaur Healer is for sure coming down. So that's 3 mana. And then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. So we can just play like a Rune Wing chump block and try to draw a card into something good. It's going to put us back up to 6. Yeah, this seems fine because next turn, depending on what we draw, we can Sunspire Griffin and Eyes in the Skies to take out the other token. Oh, he's got something. Never mind. Knightly Valor. All right. Well, at least that thing's not lethal. So block here, draw a card. Sentry's okay. This is lethal, this is lethal, this is lethal, and this is not. Yeah, we're in a bad position. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So we've got 4, 1, 2, 3. Actually can't cast everything in our hand, unfortunately. But we can cast 2 things. So let's cast this, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so technically not dead, but we are definitely reeling here. He's going to activate the Key Rune and bash with everything. We're going to go block, block, block. Trade off for his Centaur. And then we need a Void Wielder, basically. We're also going to be at 1, incidentally. Make some eyes. Ship. All right, well, we did draw something relevant here, actually. This is interesting. Are we still dead? Oh, actually, yeah, we're just still dead. Yeah, because we can take out the Knightly Valor, but we're at 1, so this guy's lethal by himself, so we're just dead. All right, yeah, I don't know. That was a weird one. I'm not sure how to play, if I made the right play against that Volatile Rig. That one turn where I realized that if I lose the flip, then I'm at 4 and dead, that probably I should have planned for better, so. All right, we're dead. Okay, I think we can beat this deck, but how? I feel like Dispel coming in is just a must. Absolutely a must. Martial Law seems good. Armory Guard versus him. Yeah, that seems fine. The Rune Wings did good work. Arrest is going to be nice. Celestia Sentry is an easy one usually to take out. Hover Barrier. Actually, I think Hover Barrier might be good versus him as well. I think we had more flyers than he did. Yeah, let's try it like that. Let's see if this configuration will work. All right. We will be playing first. And this looks like a fine hand. It's not great, but it's fine. Basically, if we draw any lands outside of the other forests, we can start casting stuff. Martial Law is a good one. Sunspire Griffin should do some reasonable work here. What does he have? Brushstrider. All right, well, that's going to change our play here. I was going to play the Sunspire Griffin, but I'd rather play the Brushstrider, or excuse me, the Frostburn Weir, because it blocks Brushstrider really well. All right. Martial Law. Get this guy online and say go. He's got his Axebane Guardian again. Ooh, Grove of the Guardian's a good one too. We do have a Tristani's Judgment eventually to take that thing out. So we're going to blank the Skymark Rock. Ooh, right on time. Yeah, this seems good. Yeah, that's a reasonable board state right there. Still 1 mana away from being able to start pumping out tokens, but it won't be long, hopefully. Oh, Knightly Valor too. All right, so he's going to make an 8/8 here, and we're going to need a Tristani's Judgment it at some point. So I think that just getting a Knightly Valor going is pretty sweet here, because this means that if we brick on lands, we can just start populating these Vigilance Knights. All right, so he has an 8/8. We have a Tristani's Judgment, but need a land to actually be able to use it. Sure. All right, you got an 8/8. Now the key here is, does he get a chance to populate this thing? He's got 6 mana now, so this is like a big moment. Yep, he's going to take out our Frostburn Weird with a Tristani's Judgment, and he's going to make a second 8/8. So that's a big one for him. It means that his Skymark Rock is going to be online, unfortunately. We're just going to take a hit here. Because we need to start locking these things down. Ooh! It's a weird draw, but a good one. Okay. Well, now I wish I would have blocked last turn, because my Skymark, this knight is going to get eaten by the Skymark Rock. Although I guess he could get greedy and eat that too. But now I get to Azorius Charm away this thing, and then the next turn, hopefully, I can draw a land, Tristani's Judgment, the Skymark Rock, and get back to where we were just a minute ago. That would be nice. Curious to see. I'm sure he's just going to take out the Knight token. I can always just make one in response, but I don't have the mana available to do that. We just really need to hit that extra mana. All right, so he's going to indeed kill our Knight token. So let's put this on top of your library. Take a little damage. Long game is fine. Sure. Okay, so we need to hit a land here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lock this thing down. All right, Eyes in the Skies isn't too bad here. But we are definitely getting crunched for lands here. Because we can Eyes in the Skies and make a chumper for this and trade off with this, no problem. But we're going to need to hit that. We're going to need to hit a land really soon here to be able to Tristani's Judgment away this token. I think I can just take the 3 actually. Just trade off 1 bird for 1, or take 2 and just trade the bird off here. Yeah, if this game goes long, I think we're in a really good position. But we have to hit a land drop here. We just got to hit this 6th land to get this Judgment online. Because the Martial Law is going to help lock down this Skymark Rock. The Elemental will be gone. And then we'll be able to lock stabilize the board with this Sunspire Griffin, and then maybe a bunch of tokens from Eyes in the Skies. Eventually we can beat him by making a token and populating. Looks like he's deep in thought here. All right, he finally decided to swing with this, and this only, so indeed we are going to play Eyes in the Skies here. Populate the token. Is he going to allow us to block here? Yeah, I guess so. So we're going to block here, and I think we're just going to take the 3. If he's got Celestia Charm, we're dead, but what are you going to do? Can't do anything about that. Really want to have this bird token available though, because it represents infinite chump blocks for this, which gives us 2 extra turns against these guys. Gotta hit that land though. Alright, it looks like he's thinking again. Alright, so we've blocked. We take 3 on this turn, and if he has a big follow-up play, we're in a really, really bad spot. If he doesn't, we're in actually a reasonable spot here. Krasda Monitor is actually a pretty good follow-up. Still this guy. Hup! Yay, it's a land. Alright, we can play around cancel by Tristani's Judgmenting right now. I think he would have made a token. Let's pass the turn. Let's at least attempt to pass the turn and see if he wants to do anything on our end step. Because right now we're blocking here, or Tristani's Judgment this, and then this becomes an issue. I don't want to give him a chance to draw an instant speed, populate, and get another elemental token out there, but I also want him to kind of jam in there. I think he's going to do what he's going to do either way, though, so why don't we just do this right now? Okay, so are we dead? No, we're not, but we're close. We're very, very close to just being dead. If he has any combat tricks or anything of that sort, we're dead. Can't beat that. We need to draw another land here so that we can go Sunspire Griffin and also make stuff. It looks like he's just going to ship the whole team. Yeah, that makes some sense here. So we get to block this on this. This trades with this, and we take 3, 4, 5, and then we block here, so we go to 1. Yeah. I mean, I guess we can put this in front of this. Yeah, that makes sense. Sure. Okay, so keep this thing on lockdown. We are still alive, and we even did draw a land, although now it's not going to actually do anything. We're going to be taking 2 in the air no matter what here. So instead we just make a token. Yeah. So this is where we're at. This is the big turn. If he can kill us this turn, then we're just dead. If he can't, then we've stabilized, and we can usually try to come back here. All right, so let's make a dude. And block here. All right, we go to 1 here. And yeah, so now we're just going to start populating every turn. If he has any way to do anything, we're dead. All right, that's one way for sure. So now we can die to a coin flip here if we don't draw something. Wow, this is really close. Maybe I just lock that thing down now. If I lock down the volatile rig, don't think I can actually get away with that. If I lock down the rig, then he attacks me with a Skymark Rock, and I'm forced to just chump block once and then just die, and he also takes out my Vidugazi Guild Mage. Yeah, I can't let that happen, so arrest? Alright, that's not an arrest. Still only have 1 green mana source here. Yeah, no gamble, no future, I suppose. Volatile Rig, if he wins the flip, we're dead. Or if he loses the flip, then we're dead. So we're just coin flipping for the game here. All right. This is magic. Okay, so one of these flips doesn't matter, but one of them does. Here it is. If he loses this flip, we lose the match. He lost the flip. All right, so we're all dead. He says woot. And that's it. All right, well, we almost got there, but looks like Volatile Rig took us down in both of those games. Yeah, hopefully that was fun. I don't usually get to do sealed on these. Drafts is kind of the name of the game, but I figured it would be good to do a sealed here and get a little experience with that since it is the PT key format right now. All right, if you want to send me an email, you can do so to limitedresourcespodcast@gmail.com. If you want to follow me on Twitter, my name is Marshall_LR. And if you'd like to join the Limited Resources clan here on Magic Online, just send me a message, Marshall_LR on here as well, and I'll get you an invite. That is it. Until next week, guys, happy drafting, and yeah, we'll see you then.